Hello, welcome to the Capoeira Guide, part number 3, Germany. We are talking about the Germans, especially Frankfurt, the Frankfurt area. It's my home base. I'm coming from this area here and I know the scene here very well. But I tried to find another capoeirista who talks about the capoeira here. I got some emails, some questions, and one of the most important questions was why I don't talking about Capoeira Brazil, because I'm a master of Capoeira Brazil. So just to explain you the idea from the Capoeira Guide, it's above the Capoeira groups. I love my group Capoeira Brazil, but the ideas or what I wanna do is to bring the Capoeira together. So I want to see Capoeira united, and for unity I think it's not necessary to talk about groups. I speak about in general about the Capoeira scene, like regional Angola and the countries and the people who do Capoeira, and that's the idea from the Capoeira Guide. My last interviews partners, maybe you saw part 1 and part 2. One was in France, the second one was in the Netherlands. They have done a great job, but what I missed, just maybe I didn't, my questions didn't was so well, I'm not a professional, is to get out the difference, because I observed, and maybe you as well, every country have a different mentality, and I observed into the capoeira world as well. So like for example, like in the hip hop from the States, it's of course different than the hip hop from United Kingdom or from Germany or from France, and it have to be like this to be original. So the same thing in the capoeira world. And for example, we are joking about when we are traveling to France in a good way, that then on the way back we have some pounds more. Why? Because the food is so important there, and it's the culture of France. So sometimes the workshop before the capoeira workshop started, we eat something. When we have a time off, there's of course a lot of food, and you can really see and feel and eat it. That is a special thing in France or in the Netherlands. So we as well, the people are so nice, and they make you feel so very welcome. So they make a brilliant, huge breakfast, which is also a special thing. And the same happen in the capoeira, in the hardest de capoeira. So in France, you are welcome, or it's more the feeling it's okay that you're here, but you have to really show and you have to fight a bit to get into the harder, into the training. And so you can feel in a good way they are proud what they are doing. And in the opposite, like the Dutch people, they're, for me, seems like everybody's really relaxed and kind. So as well, the same thing happened in a harder. So if you want to get into, or you want to play, or you want to sing, or whatever, there's no pressure. It's really, no, you can do that, it's okay, that's fine. A kind of understatement, sorry, because they play technical well, but they don't have the pressure to show it. And that's funny, that's so special to see it. And of course the Germans have some funny and special things as well. And let's see if I found an interview partner who talks about this. So here we go. Nice to meet you, the Capoeira Guide, part number 3. So here we go. Welcome in Frankfurt. I found a capoeirista, Papa. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks for having me.
We're talking about Frankfurt, or the Rhein-Main-Gebiet. What do you think about the Capoeira in Frankfurt?
Capoeira in Frankfurt has a long tradition. I mean, there are groups that are here for more than 15 years.
Yeah,
And groups that are really strong, some really good technique, some really deep roots, Capoeira roots.
I think like 25 years, the beginning,
25 years,
like
yeah.
Basroca, Capoeira. The guy tried to inform capoeiristas if they want to travel, if they have a lot of possibilities. If somebody is specialized only for Angola, what do you think? It's good to come to Frankfurt? What's the
to Frankfurt?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to upset anyone training Angola in Frankfurt, because I know there's one group, and it's a really good group, Angola Dobrada, and they have small groups in the whole country, but I think it's difficult for them here in the city because there's so many regional groups, some contemporary groups, and
so in general, it's more the modern capoeira.
Yeah, it's this contemporary capoeira.
So the groups are working together. There's the community.
Yeah, there are lots of connections between the groups, and that's something that I myself appreciate a lot, because I love to share knowledge and to share philosophies and ideas and techniques in capoeira. And since there are so many different styles here in the area, not only Angola regional contemporary capoeira, but there are so many different just backgrounds of groups here, it's really possible to work together, and people do that and they use it. And I think that's something that makes the capoeira here in the city and the area so rich.
Yeah, I think it's getting stronger now if the people are working together.
Exactly,
so
exactly.
The exchange is very high here.
Everything is open, horders are open, events are open. Sometimes teachers go to other teachers' classes.
Yeah, that's normal here. I think it's starting to get normal.
It's a really good thing.
What do you think about the city? It's expensive, it's good for tourism, it's a boring city, it's easy to travel here.
I think Frankfurt, because if you're from abroad, from another city, you always think Frankfurt is one of the big cities, the major cities in Germany. And it's the banking capital, right? But if you're living in Frankfurt, you realize really soon that it's a really small area that we're talking about. And you've got the airport, which is the international center of the city, so people arrive
like
and
15 minutes from the
travel,
airport.
Yeah, it takes no time to leave the airport and come to, let's say, come to class, come to the center of the city. It's nothing comparing it to other cities in Germany. It takes hours to travel here.
And it's not that expensive. I think it's okay.
I think it's okay, especially talking about capoeira. I mean, Germany in general, I think prices are really fair, and that's another thing that I like about Germany, because maybe it's a cliche. And I know many countries are professional, but us Germans, for some reason, really like to plan every single detail.
Yeah, we are organized.
Yeah.
It's
So you got the flyers, and you provide the flyers, and the flyers have to have a price tag on them. So it's got to be fixed. You need to calculate how much you're going to, how big your expenses are going to be. I think that's a funny thing in Germany, especially for this Brazilian art form, that is.
The opposite to the
that is kind of more relaxed, which many people appreciate, but it's still being influenced and kind of, let's say, developed with what we have as a base in Germany.
And what do you think about the capoeira, in general, like the Germans? How they do capoeira?
How do they do capoeira?
I think there's something different, like the Brazilians do capoeira, or the people from France or from England. What do you think? Let's joke a bit.
Yeah, let's joke a bit. I think talking especially about this and trying to generalize how capoeiristas are in Germany, or how German capoeiristas are, I think you have to be a bit, to talk about cliches a bit, because many times when Brazilian teachers try to show concepts like malandragem, malicia, or when you try to dance samba, or to just be smooth and relaxed, people in Germany...
It's the hardest part for Germans.
Yeah, it takes time for them to grasp the concept. Yeah. And people really try to focus. They watch tutorials on YouTube, they read books, and they buy books, and they get so much
they
more
make notes after the class,
exactly,
you can see it.
Exactly.
It's typical.
Oh, that's another thing that I've seen so many German people do. When they visit a workshop and they've got 5 minutes time for water, they just drink a sip of water,
Yeah.
take out their notebook,
Take
write
it
down the workshop, make a video of the sequence they just did
yeah.
to have it as an
That's
archive.
typical German. That's good.
It's really German thing.
Yeah.
And I like it because I mean, Capoeira was created for the world. It's still completely Brazilian, but every country that practices Capoeira, and I mean it's everywhere, it's being influenced. The
Yeah,
local
that's the
Capoeira
idea
is
of the
being
Capoeira guide,
influenced.
just to see, to search for that. I'm happy that you're talking about something like this. What you've been technical and harder, if you, you think it's hard to get into the hall. How's the level? How? Because there's some Capoeira harders. Of course, you also Capoeira could be traditional, could be more fighting, could be more floreiro, more.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think? How the guys are playing here?
I mean, so many different groups here, so many different
It's hard
philosophies.
to say in general.
It's really hard to say. But what I see all the time is, especially those horders that are really diverse, where you've got the whole range of Capoeira from technical, let's say, Banguela, to a really round Salvento Grande de Angola. When horders where these styles come together, advanced capoeiristas, and there are many really advanced capoeiristas in Germany, Brazilians, Germans, and many other cultures coming together. I think
so the level is quite high.
The level is really high, and it's really possible to play a real good capoeira game. And it's not hard to find a good horder, I think. Also in Frankfurt, since there are so many groups. But the good thing is, I mean, there are hard games. There's jogo duro. If you want to play really, tough, there's going to be a horder for you, for every style that you want to play. But the good thing in Germany is the way that Germans take on, let's say, sports and competition is that they practice and practice, and they want to become better and better. And talking about soccer, they want to win the game, right? So they want to evolve and optimize the game and get better.
The Germans.
And the good thing is, after this game, after someone has, let's say, won a soccer game, obviously there's no winner in Capoeira because everybody wins. But after this game, people just want to grab a beer, exchange.
Yeah, they're
talk.
relaxed, I think.
They are relaxed.
It's more sportive. Okay, great. So let's finish the interview.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you
for being here. And the next Capoeira guide will be in Budapest in Hungary. Nice. So here we go. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hope to see you soon.
So hello guys, this is my summary. If you want to travel to Germany, or especially to Frankfurt and the Rhine-Main region, it is for sure that you will find a lot of different Capoeira groups. I think that Capoeira Angola is not very common here. You will find maybe one group, but a lot of Capoeira Regional or contemporary. The good thing about Frankfurt is that it's a pretty international city. The big airport lies only 50 minutes driving time from the city center away. Also, if you want to travel to the other cities around Frankfurt, for example Mainz or Darmstadt, the ways are very short. It takes maybe around 30 minutes driving time by public transport or with your own car. I think that the Capoeira level in Germany, or especially in Frankfurt, is pretty good and also high. I think that Germans like to train a lot, and they have a big discipline. Germans are on time, training starts always on time, also workshops. And also Germans like the idea of a competition. But afterwards they always give you the hand and maybe invite you to a good beer. What I also heard about the Germans is that they have a pretty good Capoeira women. But I don't really know. So come to Germany and experience on your own. See you soon.